Alright, Ben and Jim here. We're going to show you how to access the Apple Air pyranometer data as part of NASA solrad.net. So to do that, we start off on the AeroNet webpage because solrad.net and AeroNet are the same. And we're going to go down the left side tab here, and we're going to go to Solar Flux, and we're going to click on Data Display. And this will allow you to visualize or download the data. Once we get to this page, there's two different ways we can access our Appalachian State website. We can continue to click on the map, but an easier way to do it, a quicker way, is just to find Appalachian State right here, and let's click on it. Okay, so that will bring up the following page here, which displays the data. First, we're going to show you how to just visualize the data, and then we're going to discuss how to download. They're both accessible from this page. Now, when visualizing the data, you'll see here that there's a graph from 2014 showing the solar flux, and there's another graph over here which is for a particular month. If that is not the month that you want, for instance, let's pick February of 2013. So I'm going to go 2013, and I see all the months for which data are available. And this year, data is available for all months. The next step is to select the level of data that I want. Level 1.0 is raw data, which gets uploaded to the site within a few hours. Then there's a level 1.5, which does a little bit of preliminary processing, and unlike AeroNet, this is not available within the same day, but usually several days after, but is a little higher quality. Finally, there's level 2.0, which is not visible here because we don't have level 2.0 data for 2013. We do for 2012, but not for 2013. And that's because level 2.0 has a post-calibration factor reapplied to the data after the instrument is sent to the vendor for calibration. And so this data is not yet available. So we found level 1.5 is pretty close to level 2.0. So let's go level 1.5. Okay, so 2013, I choose level 1.5. I can either choose daily averages or all points. In this example, we're going to use all points. And let's suppose that we want February of 2013. So we click and we see data throughout the month of February, the solar flux. That's very nice for a course snapshot, but let's suppose we want a particular day. For example, I want maybe February 14th because that's Valentine's Day, and I want to see how sunny it was on that day. So that day is green, which means data is available. I click on February 14th, and it's nice and sunny during this day, so I can see the data for all hours. So this gives you a better snapshot of February, and that is how you visualize data. Now, the graphical outputs are not especially aesthetically pleasing, nor are they conducive for analysis. So let's suppose we want to download the data. Maybe we want to open it up in a plotting program or in Excel. Well, same page, but we go down to the bottom here, and I want to download Solar Flux 1.5. If I just click this button, I will download whatever data is visual on the graph here, meaning so this would be I would download February data. If I want the whole year, I can click back and I can go to 2013, and now you see an option which says download all solar flux data of level 1.5. And this will give us the entire history of data since the pyranometer became operational. So let's click on this one. So we download the data, and it will give you you will have to accept or not accept. If you don't accept, you don't get the data. And you're basically, by accepting, saying that you will, if you use the data for publications, contact the investigators and verify this. So I accept. Oh, okay. And once you accept, the data will be downloaded in a zip file. So here it is. Now I'm going to put it on the desktop here. I'm going to take it out of the zip folder. You can unzip it as well, but it'll automatically get unzipped. I just carry it over to the desktop, and we're going to show you how to open it with Excel, although any spreadsheet, notepad, or spreadsheet program will work. So let's go into Excel. And we will open it up. So we go File, Open, find the directory. In this case, I put it on the desktop. Now by default, Excel will be looking only for Excel spreadsheets. So let's click All Files, and then it should be visible. And here it is. So we open it up. Okay, this brings us to the text import wizard. And if you look here at the preview, the data has three lines of metadata, followed by a column in which it shows 5 columns. The first one is the date, day, month, year. The second one is the time, hour, minute, second. The third is Julian day. The fourth is the variable we're interested in, solar flux, the watts per meter square. And the fifth is the solar zenith angle. And then you see that all of the rows below contain values separated by commas. And so this is a delimited file, so we leave it set at delimited. Next. And it's a comma delimited, so we want to make sure we unclick tab and we click on comma. And we go next. And then it will ask us for the format of the first column. And as with AeroNet, this is the day, the month, and the year. So we go DMY, we click Finish, and it will open. And here you see the 5 columns. The date, the time, this is UT time, the Julian day, the solar flux, and the zenith angle. From here we can save it as a CSV file, a comma separated file, value file, or we can save it as an Excel spreadsheet for later processing. And here as an example, I will just save it to the desktop, and we will name it Happy. And there you go. And this is how to download and use solrad.net data from the Apple Air Pyranometer.